Hello and welcome to your money mindset and divine prosperity reframe meditation. In today's journey, in today's guided vision quest, we'll be examining any self-limiting beliefs around divine prosperity, abundance, money, finances, career, and sacred work. I now invite you to lay down or sit up straight, cross-legged, palms open or grounding down, depending on what feels better to you, what feels aligned and comfortable. When you've situated yourself into a position of ease, of relaxation, of surrender, I invite you to take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the mouth. Repeating this breath pattern for a few cycles of breath at your own pace, clearing out any stagnant energy, fully inflating the lungs, fully exhaling every last bit of air back out of the body to clear, coming to a place of homeostasis, of balance, feeling into the cycle of giving and taking in equilibrium, knowing that when life force energy comes in, we must also give or return that back out. Money is a currency. The sea is always moving. The currents are always in a dynamic flow, in alignment, in tune, in rhythm with the invisible forces of nature, following the energetic patterns that remain unseen to the naked eye. As you breathe in, imagine abundance, money, opportunities, health, wealth, wisdom, filling up the body. And with every exhale, you give out to the world your gratitude, your light, your faith, your trust, your optimism, your hope, your joy, as you share this beautiful energy with others in the world, knowing that every drop of water in the ocean is necessary to create the whole, vast, deep space of that watery world, that aquatic kingdom, trusting the mysteries of what we do not know, so that we can allow ourselves to flow in harmony with abundance, rather than struggling or flailing or swimming against the current in fear that there won't be enough, that more isn't coming, that your prosperity is finite. I invite you to take a moment to explore what self-limiting beliefs may be surfacing around money, around the frequencies and concepts of prosperity, of abundance, of divine providence, of money coming in miraculous and unexpected ways, of knowing that you will always be supported, that the universe has your back when you are in true alignment with your soul's calling, your personal destiny, your unique blueprint of wealth. Noticing or bringing awareness to the body now. Are there any areas of your physical body that feel tight, that feel tense? Are there any sensations that are arising that you can then discern and identify with an emotion? By honoring our true feelings around money, around being supported, around knowing that you are enough despite the number in your bank account, knowing that more is always coming, and that life is a cycle in a journey of ups and downs, of times of overflow and times of sacrifice or slowing down. Oftentimes, we view money as something that we earn by labeling it with a numerical value or sum, a wage per hour, believing that in order to receive, we have to work hard, we have to struggle every minute, believing that the harder we work, the more we reap. I invite you to release the struggle, to soften the grip around your beliefs around money, knowing that most times our beliefs around money, around abundance or scarcity are formed during childhood. knowing that our beliefs around money and our self-worth and value, how we work, what kind of work we do, and why we do it, are often related to what we observed in our family dynamics as a child. Perhaps you grew up in a home where money was scarce, bills piled up, igniting discussions or confrontations around money. Perhaps you overheard your parents talking about money, or you felt the repercussions of feeling powerless or out of control of your life when you were young because you couldn't earn the money to buy the shoes that the cool kids had, or you had to bring your lunch instead of buying it. Maybe you were teased or bullied for not being able to have something, for not being able to do something or go somewhere that other kids did or got to do, wondering why. Why me? Why not them? Why them? Why not me? And now, taking a moment to visualize that cute little child self of yours who was too young to even understand the concept of money, or to understand how to attract it, or why some people attracted it and others didn't. Sending love and light to that little being, that little nugget, your adorable inner child self. Giving him or her or they or it that little extra bit of love or validation or consolation that you didn't receive them when you were upset or frustrated or felt left out. Feeling that aspect or those parts of you now, imagine that healed little child smiling and beaming and knowing that money is just an energy, reabsorbing that light-filled inner child back into your body now. Deep breath in, deep breath out. It may be a little tricky or even difficult to begin to open our minds to new perspectives around money, knowing that it is an energy, just like every other energy in this world, in this universe. The frequency of wealth, the frequency of abundance can be tapped into at any time throughout your day. This becomes easier and easier, more natural, if you will, as you begin to peel back the layers around the old paradigm beliefs that may have been inculcated within you, or embedded within you, or indoctrinated within you at an early age. Clearing out your channel to receive and to give is to ultimately live in balance with the cycles of your life, of your career, and of your financial, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Everything in this world is connected, even if it isn't visible to the naked eye. The connections, the intersections, the gridding is all still connected. What would it feel like to be fully supported by the universe? How would it feel to know from a deep, 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 deep inner knowing, a deep sense of faith and trust, that even in feast and famine, that you will be okay, that you will be supported, that your needs will be taken care of, even if you don't know how or when. Notice how it feels to open up or to stop swimming and to just begin to float down the river, letting it carry you, knowing that you'll be guided, and that even when those inevitable times come, when things get a little tougher or rougher, or everything isn't going exactly according to your plan, trusting and having faith in Source, in the universe, in Gaia, trusting that it will do its share of the work. It will meet you at least halfway when you allow that energy to do so. Releasing control. Releasing stress. Releasing doubt. Releasing worry. Releasing shame. releasing guilt, releasing any feelings of not enoughness. When we try to micromanage the universe or people or even our lives and our plan, the universe is then limited in what it can do for us because we vibrate at a lower vibration of fear. Fear that there won't be enough. Fear that we're not good enough. Fear that more won't come in. Which then knocks us down another notch to shame and guilt. Shame around not being able to keep up with the Joneses or not feeling like we're doing enough because we're not working ourselves to death. Releasing all of these old outdated programs, all of these old outdated codes. Now across all space, time, dimensions, realities, universes, galaxies, lifetimes. Cancel, clear, delete now. When we choose to tap into higher frequencies or emotions that vibrate at a faster speed, we then are a magnet to attract that higher vibrational reality. We are opening the portal to that timeline of wealth, of abundance, of prosperity, of having our needs taken care of, even when we don't know how. Personally, I've had many experiences with this. Once I started reframing my mindset around money, around wealth, around receiving, and around giving. Choosing love over money is the pivotal choice that separates us from being supported and guided and led by the universe and divine guidance versus dropping down into scarcity mindset and beginning that downward spiral into panic or into anxiety, which leads us to a place where we're never fully present in the moment because in the back of our minds, there's something that's always stressing us out or causing us to look at our phones, dipping out of the moments, the beautiful moments that we work so hard for. For example, checking a phone while you're on vacation with your loved ones, or taking those calls during dinner, or blocking new opportunities that would have led to massive amounts of prosperity and abundance. Why do we block ourselves? Why do we choose to stay in what we have and what we know, focusing on the mundane, focusing on work or choosing work over love? Is love, or since love is the only thing that is truly real in the world, in this matrix system of reality. Fear is an illusion. Fear is a distraction. And when we indulge in it, it allows that energy to take us out of the moment and to imprison us or enslave us to anticipating what's next, in fear of the other boot dropping, or in anticipation of the next disaster. By doing so, you allow your energy to be split from what you actually want, and you allow it to be channeled into what you don't want. While this may seem or feel unnatural in the beginning, if you are in the beginning stages of this work, just know that it gets easier. It feels almost as if you're on autopilot as you continue to examine and explore your old stories around money and around abundance and prosperity and luxury, around your desires and what you want and what feels heart-based, and around what doesn't. Calling in abundance now, I invite you to visualize something that you really, really wanted for a long time, or maybe it's something new that just popped into your awareness recently. But visualize that thing or that experience or that new baseline reality for you, for yourself, for your family, your community, the world at large. Allowing that image to become focused and clear and crystallized or solidified in your mind's eye. Setting the initial foundational work for calling in or manifesting what you truly, truly desire. Notice if your body is tingling, your heart begins to beat faster. Maybe your body is warming up. Maybe it's cooling down. How does it feel right now to have that and to know that as you continue to focus on that, as you continue to link that image with your good feeling emotions, that you are doing the work right now? You're planting the seeds for future abundance and prosperity in this now moment by doing nothing more than honing and refining your intention and your vision as you feed it and fertilize it with your emotions and the sensations that you feel in your body. Already, you're bringing it closer to you, almost as if that vision, that new energy, that orb of potential existence or reality is tethered to you like an umbilical cord, and you're pulling it in with each inhale. And with each exhale, you're enjoying the journey. Each inhale, you begin to be able to touch it, to feel it, to smell it, to taste it, to hear it, fully and vividly bringing this new timeline, this new reality to life within your mental and emotional and spiritual bodies now. You are priming your vessel to receive. I invite you to find a word to relate or to identify this new potential reality that you have just created, whether it's excited or grateful or amazed or at ease, satisfied or stable, perhaps infinite, creative, or passionate. Make this your word of the month, and every time you feel as if you're getting pulled out of your balance, or you're tempted to indulge in fearful thinking, or worried, or to dip into those old stories around money, I invite you to remember this word, your word, as it is your new anchor to abundance and wealth and divine prosperity that never ends. It is always in flow, even if it is out of your control, because sometimes the universe has bigger and better plans for us than we could have ever dreamed or imagined. Having faith that we will be able to successfully pass through any challenging moments or pockets of time, knowing that mastery and soul growth takes time, and that through adversity we become stronger, more grounded, and stable internally, so that we are a primed and perfect vessel to receive the downpouring of abundance. feeling this journey, this vision quest now, I invite you to say the word to yourself out loud. You may want to bring your hands to your heart if that feels good. And to send love and abundance and prosperity and faith and trust to yourself now and to the world, knowing that what we give, we will receive tenfold, and what we are internally, we will manifest or experience externally. Understanding that the true source of abundance is our heart's energy, as our heart is the strongest manifesting organ in our body, stronger than our brain. Our heart's magnetic frequency extends way further than the frequencies that are emitted by our brain. Knowing that we can trust ourselves, feeling confident in our intuition, and making every decision we have out of love rather than fear. We tether ourselves more strongly to the energy of faith, of that unshakable self-belief that everything is going to be okay, no matter what. Thank you for joining me today. The love in me honors the love and divine prosperity in you. Namaste.